Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome to the Gaming 4. Today in this Unturned map review, we're going to be covering a map called UFoxia. Now this map did pretty decent, got a 73 out of 100, and actually some parts of its map were really nice, but it was lacking in some areas. So let's start by talking about what this map did well, and then let's move on to how it could be improved. Alright, so the first thing that really stands out in this map compared to some others is that the detailing was very good. Pretty much every city and every town was detailed very well and in creative ways, and that really made it fun to see the different parts of this map. In addition to the detailing, this map also had a broken and rundown sort of feel to it, which also took a lot of work and looked really nice. In terms of vehicles, this map did pretty well. It included various types of vehicles all around the map, and of course this map was only medium sized, so vehicles are still pretty important, and this map did include a sufficient amount of them. The natural side of this map was also really good because he included all the types of natural resources, including berries and metal nodes, as well as animals, and in terms of farming, there was a decent amount of seeds and farming materials available at the farms that you went to. In terms of the higher tier areas of this map, this one did pretty well because it included a good amount of military and civilian weapons to help you get to those areas, and it did contain a mega zombie spawns which dropped really good loot, so it's actually worth killing those in this map. Lastly, this map did include a good amount of clothing, which is always important to get the player some extra inventory space, and breaking down the extra clothing into cloth is really good for healing gear as well. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the strength of this map, so let's move on to some of the weaknesses. One of the main weaknesses that a lot of maps have issues with is that there was not enough food spawns. Now this issue is kind of sort of solved by the fact that there was a decent amount of berry bushes, but you never want to have your survivors rely on berry bushes for their source of food. You always want them to be able to explore the local areas in your map and find enough food to live on comfortably. Something else that this map was missing is simple melee weapons. Now something that you see in a lot of official maps is that there's a ton of just small melee weapons spread out throughout the map pretty much everywhere. Stuff like rakes, hockey sticks, baseball bats, etc. They're not that great for actually using, but you actually need them in order to survive at the early stages of the game. If you're not able to find those simple melee weapons, there's no way for you to actually explore very effectively because you always have to sneak around the zombies instead of confronting them. And really, if RNG doesn't go your way, and if you're faced with a spitter or a fire zombie, you're pretty much screwed if they start to aggro you. Another issue that we found is that there was an overall lack of car maintenance gear throughout the entire map. I don't think we found any piece of car maintenance gear, and as mentioned before, I always do, it's super important to be able to maintain your car once you find one, because if you are not able to maintain it, repair it, and add on to it and stuff, essentially you just lose the car after a certain period of time. And this prevents the players from actually wanting to invest into their car, build onto it, put crates on it, stuff like that, and it makes it a lot harder to survive. The last thing I wanted to mention that really could be improved is that the landscape was kind of bland and boring. He did include some cool features in some places, such as caves and sort of Easter egg type deal, but overall it was kind of just flat and slopey with not very much variety in terms of the landscape at all. So improving that, making that a little bit more creative would have been really good and would have improved the quality of the map immensely. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the weaknesses of this map. Obviously a lot of this could be fixed very easily just by placing some more item spawns. So overall this was a very good map. I would suggest checking it out. In terms of the style and the interest and even the presentation, it did very well, but in terms of the difficulty and challenge, that kind of hurt the map and caused it to get a worse score than it really would have. So anyway guys, if you want to check out the map, I've got a link to it in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you want to see some more. I will see you all later.